Hi. Hi. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Did you know that before birth, a woman is offered many classes to teach her for after birth and her living child that how to breastfeed and what breastfeeding does for the mother? First-time moms are often presented with this more than other moms because they've done it already. This class, the breastfeeding class, is considered the most useful and most visited according to the Gale Encyclopedia. And it is a major part of birth because it is one of the only two ways that a mother can feed her child or children. In comparison to formula feeding, breastfeeding provides more beneficial factors to not only the child, but the mother, and also to the savings of the parents. Firstly, breastfeeding creates and maintains a healthier immune system and defense system on the infant's body, and also the mother's body. If a child begins to get sick, the breast milk will produce other nutrients that help the child from getting sick again. There's a difference in vitamins, nutrients, and other necessities that form in the breast milk that the formula just simply does not meet. So in the words of Springer Heidendelberg, the immune system is trained to distinguish between self and foreign. But when the child is born, the child system has to be regulated by another source. It's no longer regulated by the placenta, so someone else has to take care of it, which the breast milk does. A T cell or a white blood cell that works in the immune system is more consistent in breast milk than in formula because there's not an immune system that is made into formula. Breast milk also is more beneficial because it keeps bacterial infections away from the baby. In addition, the mother receives just as many benefits as the baby does from breastfeeding. When breastfeeding is chosen over formula feeding, she's ultimately limiting the risk factors of various types of cancer, osteoporosis, and also diabetes. And that is said in the British Journal of Midwifery. Also, if the mother breastfeeds and the mother breastfeeds for 4 or more months, she depletes the risk of having postpartum depression. This is a study by Jennifer Pataniak, and also breastfeeding helps one lose weight postpartum, and it also reduces stress to the mother. Did you know that most women, when they breastfeed, have a stronger bond with their child rather than one that formula feeds, due to the toxins that are let off in the brain, the love toxin, that I cannot remember the name of right now, but it makes a bond with the child and mother because of the love shared when the child latches on. This is physical and psychological health benefits that are important to the mom and the baby. Finally, breastfeeding is literally free. It does not cost anything, so if you don't use bottles or storage bags to freeze your milk or transfer your milk into a bottle to feed the baby, you're spending no money. It's straight to the source for the baby. Whereas formula starts at about $15 a can and lasts for 2 to 3 days in feeding a newborn since they eat so often. Also, there is no concern of preparation or freshness of breast milk. And this is if it's exclusive breastfeeding. But if you are storing it or, putting it into milk, it obviously does go bad after 15 days, I believe it is. Even when pumping, Mr. Blenko states that once milk is extracted from the mother, it can be stored at room temperature for 10 hours or stored in the freezer and refrigerator for 10 days. As it has a strong resilience to bacterial growth, the milk does not go bad if it's just sat out for a while. This also saves money because this means the baby will get less infections. So this baby will have less appearances at going to the doctor, so they won't be doing co-pays or buying prescriptions or buying over-the-counter medicines for the baby to be treated due to the bacterial growth or deficiencies in their immune system. So in the view of the pros and cons between breastfeeding and formula feeding, it's easy to see that it's way better of a choice to go with breastfeeding because it's better for the baby, the mother, and the money management of the family. It provides more beneficial factors to both the mother and the baby. And while some cannot breastfeed due to health conditions, the ones that can breastfeed should educate themselves on why it's so impressive due to the factors that happens between the baby and the mother. So breastfeeding is the unbeatable choice. It provides the needed nutrients, the postpartum benefits, and it saves you for the costs of feeding. Does anybody have any questions?
Good.